Will you receive a tax cut? Let's have a look. Hello everyone, Florian.Heise here, and welcome to another episode of HeiseSays. Grab your Stein and let's have a look at this article from Yahoo Finance, because the tax cuts are here. Workers are going to start seeing extra money in their pockets. Will you receive one, everyone? And is it going to affect at all your spending habits? Remember, that was the hope. Or are you going to save it? Let us know in the comments. So, tax cuts kick in. How much extra pay you'll get? Well, it's not really extra pay. It's how much of your money you get to keep. You know, the government isn't forcing you to give them as much. Or, essentially, no, that's wrong. The government isn't enforcing your employer to do your tax on your behalf. Australian workers will begin to see a tax reduction as much as $47 a week as businesses finalise the new tax rates. Employers have until the 16th of November to ensure their payroll processing account for the government's $17.8 billion tax cuts, meaning many businesses are already implementing the cuts this week. Around 11 million Australians are expected to see some form of benefit under the cuts, which sees the 19% tax rate increase from $37,000 to $45,000, and the 32.5% tax bracket jump from $90,000 to $120,000. Fantastic. This is great. More money in the hands of people who earned it. This is your money. I don't know why we see article after article where reporters don't seem to understand basic mathematics, and they're trying to go, oh, the rich get the biggest tax cut, look how much they're getting, but they seem to ignore the simple reality that the more you earn, the more tax you pay. If you want to get a bigger tax cut, step up and earn more. That's the answer right there. But no, that hurts people's fees and feelings, and we're in a touchy-feely world now where reality doesn't really matter. I suspect they're just doing it to get the clicks, because it gets, this class divide, and there's jealousy out there. Tall poppy syndrome is huge in Australia. Jealousy of those who have more than you is really big, and it's a terrible problem. I think that's one reason why innovation probably isn't doing so well here. Additionally, the low income tax offset will increase from $445 to $700, and the 1080 low to middle income tax offset will be in place this financial year. This means that cuts will deliver a person earning $120,000 a year an extra $47 a week, and those earning $100,000 will see a $29 weekly bonus. I mean, that's nearly $50 a week, guys. That's a decent amount of money. You can buy a healthy amount of food for that. Doesn't hurt. It all adds up. That's almost half a tank of petrol nowadays. Still, those on $60,000 will see a difference of roughly $20.77 per week. So here we have. Let's have a look. So change to taxes as a percent. Now this is what's important. This is really good. I'm encouraged to see the reporter including this. So if you're earning 40 grand, your tax rate, or your total tax that you're paying, is going to be less, down by 21.4%. So nearly a fifth less tax. So when they're saying all these things about how much people save in tax, it doesn't really matter. I mean, you're still paying a lot of tax. I mean, look at that. Up to 40 grand, you're only paying $3,800 in tax now. So it's down from about 5 grand down to nearly just under 4. 60 grand, it was 12, now it's 9.9. That's 2,100 saving. So look, I mean, if you get up, the further higher you get, I mean, you've got someone here on $140,000 a year. They're paying as much tax as someone on $40,000 is earning. So they get to save $2,565, and that's the most anyone is going to save. I mean, look at that. You're on 200 grand. You're already paying 67 grand a year in tax. If people realized, and then on top of that, you've got to pay all these, you've got to pay GST on every purchase you make, pretty much. All these other taxes and fees and charges, they just get you again and again and again. Is it worth it? Think about it. Are the taxes you pay, do you feel that they're worth worth it for the amount of money and services you received. Think about it. This is why people seem to think that, oh, it's okay, I pay my taxes. I'll just, if I'm ever in trouble, the job seeker or the dole will be there to help me out. But then they'll get a rude shock when, oh, sorry, you've got savings. You're not allowed to get anything. You know, look how much they take away from people. And this is what people earn. So nearly a third of the year, if you're on 200 grand, you're working for the government. Whereas if you're on 40 grand, you're only working for about a tenth of the year for the government. So yeah, there you go. It's the privilege. Over the course of the year, Australians earning 120,000 will receive the biggest benefit, paying 2,745 less in tax. Those earning 40,000 will receive the smallest benefit, getting $1,060 back. But see, she doesn't mention this here, that the change in tax, because this is obviously from the Treasury, that the percentage change in tax is the most important. Aussies are forced to wait for tax cuts. While most employers should have changed their tax rates by November 16th, this doesn't mean all workers will see the benefits as quickly. Generally speaking, people who will see these cuts the most slowly are people who get paid monthly. They may be the last to see it, H&R Block Tax Communications Director Mark Chapman told Yahoo Finance. The other group that could potentially struggle is businesses where the payroll department has been not as responsive as it should be, and very small businesses that may not even have a payroll department. Other businesses may still be in the dark about the tax cuts, Chapman added. So there's a bit of a risk here, but hopefully by the end of this month, everyone who is paid a wage or salary is beginning to see this on their payslip. What if I don't see the tax cuts? Chapman said workers who don't see any change on their next payslip need to talk to their employer or their employer's payroll department. Don't leave it for weeks or months. If you don't see the tax cuts in your next pay packet, then have a conversation. It's unlikely there are going to be any businesses that are deliberately doing the wrong thing. It may just be that they're not aware of the changes. Well, yeah, you've got to update your tables in your tax software. So just have that conversation, maybe jog the memory, and hopefully they will resolve the issue. What I would like to see the abolishment of pay-as-you-go, or it's done by the individual workers, not the employers. Take that responsibility off the employers. Allow the workers to do it themselves. What do you reckon? It's never going to happen. I think it would be the easiest and most effective way to shift the Overton window and change the political landscape if people actually realize how much they have to, transfer it out of your account. Like, log into your bank account, fill out those forms, and then send it to the ATO. If people had to do that, boom, boom, politics will change overnight. What do you reckon? So, are you expecting to receive this tax cut? Are you an employer? Do you have people on your payroll? Have you already implemented these cuts? Or are you a worker hoping to get it? And what are you going to do with that extra money? Extra $40 or $20 a month? Hey, better than nothing. No, sorry, a week. $47 a week, $20 a week. I mean, there you go. You can get a fair few kilos of meat for that. Pack of Winnie Blues, probably only half a pack these days, because they keep putting taxes on those things. So what they'll do is they'll give you your tax back, and you say, you know what? I think I deserve a 6-pack of rum. I'm going to head out, and there you go, and you give half of it back to the government in the alcohol that you're buying, and then okay, well, you're driving around there, so then you're paying as well the tax on the petrol. So it just all adds up. It's a fun game. It really is. It's kind of depressing when you realize how much they're actually taken away from you. But it's good to see that those on the lowest income level are going to get the most benefit. They'll be paying 21% less tax. Fantastic. And there's an opportunity. Hopefully people will save this money if they haven't got an emergency fund. So if times get tough, which we're rapidly approaching, if the government runs out of magic tricks as ways to prop up the economy, people have emergency funds and reserves. What do you reckon? You think it'll happen? As always, let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments down below. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. If you want to support the content I create, there are a few ways you can. You can join us on YouTube or Patreon. You can support us using our affiliate links you find below from Amazon, eBay, Independent Reserve, or AussieBroadband. You can buy a merch from HeiseSays, use Gold Pass from the Perth Mint, or support us via PayPal. Take care, everyone. Have a great day. I'll see you next time.